Hi, this is Shirley Veronica. So the Barbados Police Service gang, they want you to do as they say, but don't do as they do, okay? Do not do as they do. They just want you to do as they say you should do. So they're looking for Kishon Thomas. He's on the run after he escaped, and he was helped because there was a car just there with the key and running with gas, and he got into that particular vehicle and he just went on his merry way. So now the Barbados Police Service gang, they're saying that they continue to urge the public to say something if they see something. That doesn't get you anywhere, and you know it. You know it. It does not get you anywhere, okay? Because someone can commit a crime against you, and if they get to the police station and say what they need to say, the lies they need to say, they're coming to get you, and the crime was committed against you. So you can't really take the Barbados Police Service gang seriously for anything that they're going to say to you, okay? They don't do investigations, okay? They just do not do investigations, and they're asking you, if you see something, say something. If you see something, say something. Who gets to see something and say something first? Who sees something and says something first? That's the whole gist of this matter. The crux of this matter is who gets to them first, who gets to the police station first. But anyhow, they're looking for this guy, and they're saying that he's a convicted murderer. Oh, he probably is going to change. He's probably changing all now. He's on the run. You know how you like to say, yeah, he's convicted of murder, but he changed. He's changed the person. Yeah, so maybe Kishon is changing. Now that he's on the run, he's escaped. So Thomas made a daring dash for freedom. Was it daring? Was it really daring? Okay, on May 2nd, while at the Queen Elizabeth Hospital, they said that, well, when he was at the hotel in St. Philip, he fell in the he fell in the shower. Now, do they get soap? Is it slippery? Maybe it's slippery because it's not clean. Maybe it's like a little slime on the bottom. But do they really get soap when they're at the hotel in St. Philip? Okay, but anyhow, they're saying that that's what happened. He hit the back of his head and he asked for medical attention. Though they have people who come to the facility when someone is sick or whatever, and then it's determined, yeah, this really is outside my scope. I can't do anything here. He has to go to the main hospital. Ain't that going to happen? Those things happen. But anyhow, the vehicle was right there waiting for Kishon, okay? So they're saying that he was at the Queen Elizabeth Hospital seeking medical treatment, and while in custody of prison officials after being found guilty of murder, blah, blah, blah. Inspector Ryan Brathwaite, Police Communications and Public Affairs Officer, said they were sparing no expense. They were sparing no expense. What does that mean? You mean you have a pocket? The taxpayers' pocket is that deep that you can do whatever you need to do. Steal all that money. Say, oh yeah, I work overtime. What are you doing? I was looking for Kishon. Yeah, you get some more money in your paycheck. Okay, putting in for overtime. What were you doing? I was looking for Kishon, but I thought you were on sick leave. Don't worry, I was keeping my eyes open when I was at home looking for Kishon. Get some more money in my paycheck when they're home on leave. It's a racket. I'm telling you, it's a racket. The search remains on. Units continue to search. I just want people to continue to be vigilant, be alert. I cannot say enough. Vigilant, alert. They just love criminals. They just love criminals, okay? And I did a story yesterday that I found in the Nation News. It was written by Grenville Phillips, and it talked about the Barbadians who went to Peru and what they did. That's you. That's you. They sent money back to Barbados, and it was dirty money. You know what they were doing. Now you do. Now you do. Well, maybe you did then too. But you go to Peru and do to them what was done to you, and even more viciously. And I say to you over and over and over and over and over again, you cannot enslave a human. You cannot enslave someone who is becoming a god. You cannot enslave that person. You could only enslave a demon. You cannot enslave a human being, a human becoming. It cannot be enslaved. Cannot be enslaved. That particular spiritual being cannot be enslaved. Okay? All you can do is to prevent them, keep them locked up, but they cannot be enslaved. You can only enslave a demon. Your Bible talks about it. That's the only thing you can enslave. And when they are set free, they behave the same way of their captors. They behave because they're just like them. They're just like them. So when you talk about the search remains and you want asking people to be vigilant and that kind of stuff, it's bullshit. It's bullshit. Okay. Thomas initially escaped in a car, a silver Suzuki van, bearing the registration number M7730. It was found thereafter parked on the Belfield pasture in Black Rock. Black Rock has been hot recently. That area has been hot recently. It's trying to like take over from St. Philip. It seems that way. So it's trying to take over from what happens in St. Philip. Okay, so Thomas is approximately 6 feet tall. That's for Barbados. That's a tall guy. Okay, because you guys are, the short ones remain. When they came to the island to buy slaves, they didn't pick the short ones. You were the ones that remained on the island. Okay, so yeah, Thomas is approximately 6 feet tall and has a dark complexion, and he's medium build. Okay, wearing blue pants. You think he's still wearing those blue pants? Seriously though, do you think he's still wearing those blue pants? Okay, and you really think he's still bareback? Okay, and that guy that was killed, Nicholas Ethan Jordan, the 40-year-old, murder number 19. You have it as murder number 18. You can't count. Okay, I'll do the counting. I'll take over from there. Okay, even if someone is missing and that they're missing, they're never coming back, I'm gonna add that to your murder count. Okay, going forward. Yeah, so it's homicide number 19. Okay, so his name is Nicholas Ethan Jordan, and where's his photo, guys? Where is Nicholas's photo? I need to update that blog on my channel there on YouTube. I need to have his face there. Okay, so please send me his photo. And who's to say that he's not the one who accosted Nicholas? I don't know. Who's to say? But when that story first came out, they thought it was him. People were saying it was Kishon. Kishon, you're still free. You're still free. You're still free until you're not free. Okay, you're going into Hotel St. Philip when they capture you, but there's a Hotel St. Philip on the outside also. Okay, this whole earth is probably a prison. It's probably a prison. So there's small prisons and there are open prisons where you have more freedom, but it's all captured. We're all subject to the laws of nature and everything else that goes on here. But yeah, Kishon Thomas. You have no middle name? Usually they give them 4 names in Barbados sometimes. So Kishon Thomas is still on the run after he escaped, and they're still looking for him, talking about they're sparing no expense, give me a break, sparing no expense. Like they got money to burn. Like the police department has money to burn. Anyhow, this is Sherry Veronica.
Help me spread the word about Naked Departure via social media. Subscribe and share to show support and love for our channels.